What's going on, everyone? My name is Tom from Dreadlabs. It is Friday, the 29th of March 2024, and today we're going to do something that we haven't really been doing in over a year, I believe, and that's reviewing your portfolios. So, yeah, super excited to do this. We got a couple of submissions already. So, if you're watching live and you haven't been able to submit your portfolio yet, but you really want to, basically what we can do is you can join our Discord server. The link is down in the description below. There is a channel called Portfolio Workshop. It's under the tab of the general chat in our Discord server, and in that place you can just simply send your link. You can send in your Instagram page, your Behance, or your portfolio website. It doesn't really matter. And we're gonna try to go through all of these submissions today. Let's see how many we have so far. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we have 11 now, I think. Yeah, so far. So there might be people in the chat that still want to enter. Last time we did this, I think we started out with something like 10, and we ended up getting more and more over time. But yeah, there is, however, one small thing that I want to discuss with you now before we start with the stream, and that's something that has come to my attention. A friend of mine that I met online through Dreadlabs, called Abel. You might know him as Archfiend. He's the amazing, talented 3D artist. He's also a trans person, and he's currently struggling with his current home situation. He lives down in South Africa, I believe, and he got the opportunity to go and live in America. I'm not sure which college he was accepted into, but he basically got into this really prestigious college where he could pursue his career further. And I personally believe that Abel can really come really far with his career. But due to him being in an abusive household, he has not really been able to get the money in order to leave his home and go and pursue his career in America. Therefore, what I wanted to do is, real quick, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna search for it. But yeah, if you have anything left to spend and you want to support Abel, I would really appreciate it if you can help him through a donation. I'll put his Instagram in the description down below, if I can edit that properly, I guess. Anyways, yeah, it's basically like he's super talented, and it's just really unfortunate that he is in this situation. And yeah, I'll put a link to his Instagram in the description down below. If you refresh this page, you should be able to see that link. And on his link in bio, you can send in a donation through a couple of different things. He also has a Patreon page where you basically can support him while also getting access to some of his project files, I believe, as well as time lapses and tutorial videos. But you can also commission him, of course. So there's a couple of ways you can support him. And yeah, I would really appreciate it if you did. I did a donation myself just before we started the stream. Anyways, that's something that I wanted to get out of the way, and I really do hope that life comes true for Abel. With all of that being said, let's get started with the live stream. We're gonna play our trusty Poly and Play music in the background. If you have been seeing the last couple of streams, what you're hearing if you're hearing something in the background, I don't have my headphones on, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, basically in the background we have the Poly and Play, a digital device or a physical device that I've been using in order to make music. So that's the background music that you're hearing. If you want to check it out, you can check it out on my second channel, Dreadlabs Music. Now, let's go into live stream view, where you can see our list of submissions on the Discord server. While we do that, let's check out the chat real quick. What's up, Ananya, Jackson, Rovast? And Instagram can be considered as a portfolio, yeah. So yeah, let's get started right away with Raven. I think Raven here send in their Instagram as well as their website. So what I'm going to do is, if both are submitted, I'm going to do the website, because you can personalize a website a little bit more, and probably the same work is going to be displayed there. And of course, like I said last year in the portfolio review streams, that I would always advise you, if you're really serious about graphic design, or if you really want to have professional work and find cool clients, I would always say showcase your portfolio website and make sure that your portfolio is up to date and also online somewhere outside of Instagram. If you have the Adobe CC subscription, you can easily make a portfolio website with Adobe Portfolio, which is a plugin that Adobe has. Yeah. Hey, I'm Ryan. I'm a graphic designer based in Baton Rouge, LA. I create designs with a strong visual flair and a unique identity. Cool. So we'll click on work. We got some projects here. So a rebrand of Nintendo for a school project. So something that I would immediately go into, Ryan, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, is I personally really like it if I click on a website and I immediately see some of the work of this person, because you either land on this website through an email that you've sent, or maybe through a business card, maybe through a link in your Instagram or whatever. So to give you a quick example, this is my portfolio website, my personal one. And once you load in the website, you immediately see 4 projects that I'm the most proud of. So yeah, I would always say showcase your work immediately, and so to make sure that there's not any second wasted between your client like clicking away from your website and them seeing your work. So we'll just click on one of these case studies. For this project, I was tasked with creating a logo and a poster for a fake brand. I do like the design here, like the colors that you used, but we're not really here to review the design. This is actually pretty cool, but I would advise you to go a little bit deeper into the case study itself. So to give you a reference, this is one of the labels that I work for, Seeing is Believing. So here are the album covers that I did for that label, as well as some posters that I did, and animation that we did, me and my team at the time, as well as some logo process. So these are all unused. Just to give you an idea of like this, there's more to this process. This wasn't the first thing that I made and the final outcome immediately. Just to give you, or the potential client, an idea on how much you're thinking on a project, and how your design process went a little bit, and you can give them a little bit of a look inside your brain, if that makes sense. And I personally, when I wanted to work, because I sometimes work with freelancers, I personally like seeing that design process a lot. So, so yeah, we got the same thing here, I think. Yeah. And also one more thing is, I think you're still in, I'm not sure if you're still in school or not. If so, then I completely understand the Wix banner. Otherwise, I would definitely make sure that this Wix banner goes away if you go premium or something like that. And one more thing, I think that you can place these side by side. That would probably work a little bit better. So you have more, so you have these 2 projects next to each other, and then these 2, so you have more projects to look at in one go. But that can be, of course, a design decision that you made. So yeah, Raylan, I hope I gave you enough pointers to go and continue working on your portfolio, I guess. So yeah, let's dive into number 2 here, which is from Jacob. We got a Behance page, which is of course completely fine as well. So, although I think that having a Behance page is actually quite alright, there are a couple of things that I would advise people when they do Behance as a portfolio website, and that's I would try to make a profile picture of yourself, or maybe of your logo or whatever, and try to personalize this a little bit more, because now it just says LXJ and that you're in Germany, and it would probably be cool to make this as inviting as possible to get in touch with you. For me, of course, I don't have a Behance, but I have an About section where I have this really douchey photo of mine with a little bit of text about what I do. And also, if you scroll down on the homepage, then you also have this picture of me and a little bit about what I do and who I am. This needs to be updated because, as you can see, I'm still like blonde in this picture, and now I'm this really scruffy, filthy mullet. I didn't really even bother to do something in my hair today, as you can see on the webcam. But that's also kind of like the reason why I wanted to do Dreadlabs. When I first started Dreadlabs, I was still in my like in the attic of my parents' house. I didn't really have my own design studio or workplace or whatever, but nonetheless I started filming these videos with my webcam, and that's because I wanted to create recognizability. I wanted all of you to be familiar with my face and familiar with who I am, so you can start building trust with me. In Dreadlabs' case, of course, that could mean that you trust me when I give you advice in freelancing or show you a certain technique and tutorial. But also, of course, when I have a potential client and they know my face, they know what I look like, and they've seen me talk, they would probably trust me a little bit more than some anonymous person on the internet, of course. So I think I hope I explained that properly. Anyways, looking at the work itself, it looks really, really cool. I think, Jacob, you once, I'm not sure if you ever joined Creatober, but your name rings a bell. I'm not sure, maybe you're just really active in the Discord server. You have a lot of variety of work, which is really cool. The further we go down, the more your style changes a little bit. I think you evolve over time, which is, of course, completely fine. One thing, however, and that's something that I would advise everyone. And of course, by the way, guys, I'm gonna give advice here, but I'm not gonna give these. If there's like people with similar things in their portfolio that I want to advise, I'm going to explain this once, like a little bit like in depth, and later I'm just gonna like say, oh yeah, this is the same thing. So this is something that probably we're gonna see a little bit more of. At least that was the same last year. We saw a lot of portfolios where they have a lot of different styles, and with that, I don't really mean like, for example, these two design work. This design work here is all kind of like a different style, but it could probably still attract the same client, if that makes sense. And if you go down here, that pixel art, that will probably attract a completely different client, which is, of course, completely fine. But I would always advise you to either split those portfolios up or keep one in the capability deck or something like that. For example, I do a lot of corporate work, which I don't really put on my portfolio website, but I send that out in a capability deck as a PDF or as an online link to potential clients. But the reason I do that is that so that if there is a person that wants to work with you and they scroll down and they see a lot of different things, they might get a little bit confused about what it is that you do. I think that Behance by default sorts this chronologically, but a potential client might not know that. So I would always try to showcase like only the work that you want to get from your potential client, if that makes sense. And to give a more like normal or a more of like a basic example, if I don't want to do logo design, but I had to make logo design work for a school project or whatever, I'm not going to put that on my portfolio, because then someone might reach out and wants me to do a logo design, even though that I don't want to do that. So be selective in your work, in the style of your work, but also in what it is that you want to do. If that makes sense. Anyways, I really love the work. I kind of really like this one. And yeah, as you can see, this is really nice because at this point, Jacob is actually doing a little bit of process here. You can see this is another version or a sketch version of the final outcome, which is really nice because I love watching that, if that makes sense, like the process of your design a little bit. So that's a good job here, Jacob. And I really like your art, actually. Nice. So yeah. Anyways, thank you, Jacob, for submitting your work. Then we go to Benny, I think. Let me check the chat real quick. What's up, Archfiend? How you doing, man? And what's up, Psycho? What's up, Paula? You can submit your portfolio for the review on the Discord. Thank you for pointing that out, Psycho. So, we got our first Instagram page, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with sharing your work on an Instagram page, but actually, Benny here also has their own website, which is really cool. So I think because Benny didn't submit their website but only their Instagram page, we're gonna like go over the website a little bit, if that makes sense. I do like how minimalistic the website is, but given, is it like updated? Really nice work though, by the way. It's kind of updated, I can see it here. So an actual good example of this here is Benny here is doing a lot of different sorry guys, just a second. Schat, ik zit in een livestream. That was my girlfriend who forgot that I was in a live stream. Sorry about that. So, in the meantime, we got a really good tip by Jackson here in the chat right now, and that's he highly recommends getting a custom domain so you can own your email address, and that has a lot of the upsides. Yeah. It's really good. My email that I do most of my business work is through info@dreadlabs.net, and it's obviously better than, it looks more professional than like dreadlabs@gmail.com or whatever. Anyways, so we got a couple of variations on To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick. I think this is a redesign challenge, which is really cool. This obviously shows off that Benny here is able to think outside of the box when it comes to doing cover artwork, and he shows a lot of variety, but all of these of course do fit a certain style, if that makes sense. Like I think a lot of these graphic design artworks here would really work well as album covers or posters, and even though the work is kind of like different from each other, you can really see that it's kind of within the same aesthetic, or at least it would work. So yeah, good job on that, and actually really like this work. And the website as well, it's kind of minimalistic. I'm not sure if this is with what is it again? Oh, you're from the Netherlands as well. Sick. Me too, man. Me too. But yeah, it's a proper website. I'm not sure if this is made with Adobe Portfolio. It could be, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna check the website real quick. So yeah, this is what I mean with a case study. Like you can see what it looks like on a phone, as an Instagram post, as a printed poster, a little bit of an outline about the project. So this is actually really nicely done. Also a really cool photo, and as you hover over, you can see actually a more detailed version of the poster. So yeah, I'm a fan, Benny. Thank you. I'm gonna follow you actually. Awesome work. Next up, we got Tune. Let's see if there are any more. Matias is asking if there's any chance to get feedback on a non-visual design portfolio. So I'm not sure what you mean by non-visual design portfolio. So we've got an Instagram by Tuned. for new clients. This is actually a nice marketing thing. People I'm currently working with often exempt from the following: working hours, payment and fees. This is actually pretty nice, I think. I'm not sure if this is actually like if this like how do you say, potentially turns away clients more than it attracts them, but it's nonetheless, it's still a nice idea to use a pinned post on your Instagram page that clients can immediately click on to get more information about stuff. So this is actually a really nice animation. I really like it. Okay, that's funny. So as you can see, Tune here is already doing like quite a commission work, a lot of different styled work, but also like it works together. There's a clear aesthetic here, which they go through all of these like how'd you say this properly? You can see that they're looking for the edges within certain styles, but it's definitely within the same like general aesthetic, if that makes sense. So nice work there. They also have a DJ page, which is cool. So yeah, I think Tuned, I'm not sure what your name is. Also really like the early PlayStation aesthetic here. But I think for you the next step is to capture all of this and put it on a portfolio website to get like hook in those bigger clients. Nice job. Let's see. You want to submit yours, but you can post yet. So if you cannot post yet, you have to check out the rules, I think. And if you checked out the rules, then you cannot. I think you can share links if you're like level 1. You just cannot do it anywhere in like Design Talk and stuff, or in Design Promo. Sorry. So let's see, Isatu. I think I pronounced that. No, I probably didn't. Isintu. It's an N. Nice logo. For me, it's kind of okay. Here we go. So nice work. I like it. Good work of texture. The thing is, here when I enter the website, I would probably maybe like put in something related to design or like other than this sentence, because I don't know if this is just me, but to me it feels a little bit like this is a restaurant website. Like you can see home, gallery, menu and stuff. But the website's obviously like you obviously worked on this hard, so it's actually really nice, and you can. It's cool to see you highlight certain works. I feel like this website is a little bit inspired by Doron. I'm not sure. Also see that you made some pre-made stuff. So yeah, what I would say is, okay, so when you enter your website, I have to click once and then twice in order to access your work, and I would make it a little bit more accessible to see your work in one go. That's basically actually the only tip that I have. So but yeah, thanks for submitting. Then we got Graphic Cooking Lab. Cool name. So okay, we got a website here with a. Is it an asset shop or? Oh wait, this is the asset web. Okay, so you got a Trustpilot set up. Okay. Okay. This This is your work, nice. Quality looks a little bit low here, so maybe like make sure that the quality of your export images is a little bit higher, I guess. Here and there. Not every, and this one is pretty sharp, so it's just a couple of ones. This is also pretty nice. I would like combine these hexworks and this one. I would just combine it into one because it may be a little bit too much to see all of this together. But it's good that you can showcase all of these logos in one go. What I would advise you is if I hover over this, that you can see that this is the logo work and this is probably the cover artwork or something. Yeah. And maybe export them in lower, not in lower quality, but in lower size. I'm not sure if this is a PNG or not. Let's see if we can find that. It is a PNG, I think. Not this one was pretty like loading pretty slowly, so they might be just like. Yeah, what I would do is I would like, for example, this image is pretty big as you can see, and the quality is good enough. But what I would do is, since it's like 1536, I would maybe lower it to 1080. This way you can just upload it and it might just be under 1 MB when you export it, and that way it loads a little bit quicker. But yeah, nice work. I would, and still one thing, I would just make sure that you, once you hover over this, that you can see what it is, because like I can kind of see what it is, obviously, but that's also showing a little bit more of an interaction on the website, I guess. Can you get in depth on the pages that show off of projects? I'm building my portfolio right now, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Zach, is this you? Or like if I click on something, the loading times are quite slow actually. I'm not sure. I don't think you're. I think you're talking about a different one, maybe. But yeah, guys, if you have any specific messages that you want me to take into account when I'm reviewing, I would advise you to how'd you say, to send it in the Discord server. So I can link your message to the actual link to your portfolio, rather than me having to find out in the chat what you want to say about your portfolio. So we got Vanth here in the German Instagram. Auch folgen. Nice work. I actually really dig this. Yeah, this is my kind of stuff, man. I like the processing on this, and so nice work. I'm gonna follow you. Clear aesthetic as well. Chat, if you have any feedback, by the way, on the people that you can see on the screen right now, that would also, of course, be really appreciated. We're our community after all, so it would be cool to if everyone gives value to each other, rather than me just giving you value. Just a second, because I'm gonna close my door. But yeah, the graphics are insane. I really dig this. Can we see the helmet? It's cover album cover. I really like this, man. This is actually, yeah, really nice job, man. So the only, yeah, imagine if it was animated, especially this. Like, I would like to see this rotate. I like the lighting on this render. So one thing that I would like to see here, Vanth, is basically you turning this amazing portfolio that you have right here into an actual website, because I really think that with the animations and stuff that you've made, that you can make a really cool, engaging portfolio website that will get you probably like a lot of work, because you really deserve more followers. Also, I like the Stimpack Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I think I saw another Yu-Gi-Oh reference here and there. Yeah, one right here. And I think this might be a reference to polymerization, not sure. But yeah, I really, really like this. Nice work. So got Tropy design. Ooh, like the logo, nice animation. Like, this is a nice intro for a website. Immediately, like you can see, okay, logo design and 3D, I think. So let's click on. Okay, I thought I had to click with the mouse cursor changed to this like arrow. Bolivia, isn't that like? I'm not sure if that's the band that Caroline Dietel just did design on, but the name rings a bell. Wow. This is really, really good work, I think. Wait, let me just check one of these. Yeah, it's a band. I'm not sure if it's the same band that Caroline worked for, but wow, nice. Ooh, this is pretty sick. Like the what? Probably the best website so far in the stream, I think. Yeah, it's quite unique actually. Like I like it how it like disappears behind like all of this stuff, but then like never really goes away. Also, like a proper use of case study. Like you can see mock-ups of the work. I think you also have a video on here. I'm not sure if the. I'm just gonna turn the sound off, but. Some 3D renders of the album. Also like how it's like the tour graphic is similar to your own logo. But and another cool thing is like, oh, you can see the vinyl, and then I've scrolled through all of this, and then you can just click on back, but you can also just click on the next project. So if you're not done with Tropy designs yet, you can just simply go dive deeper into their work, and like once you can't get enough, you can just simply click on the next one. One small thing is I might just advise you to put this button and the bottom right, since like when I'm finished reading and stuff, the last thing I'm gonna see is over here in the bottom right. So then once there's a button there to continue reading, then it might be a little bit more. It would make a little bit more sense, I think, to click on there, because now I just saw it because I looked up. But yeah, that's just a really small thing. This is an amazing portfolio. I really like the use of animation and yeah, creative coding, I guess. We also got a clock here, nice. And we got 333. Yeah, nice. Yeah, sick work. I'm gonna close some of my tabs real quick. You know what I really like about doing these streams? Yeah, what software was this made in? Yeah, I'm not sure if you're in the chat right now, Tropy. Ooh, we got another really unique website here. I like it. I like it a lot. What's this? Whoa, what is? Is this like a PDF? What? Wow. Okay, this is also like a really good case study. Damn. And you can just click away, and then. Curious if this like loads separately, like it's a separate browser. Reminds me of those old school iframe things. Something goes a little bit wrong with the selection here, but yeah, it's a nice work. I think this is a PDF that opens. I'm not sure. Can I delete this or what? Or is this just like gimmicky? Oh, I cannot. A little bit of an error here, I think. So let's just click on info. Oh, this is also nice, like showing off your milestones. I think it's a pretty original way of like showcasing your personal feats, I guess, right? Also, congrats. Oh wait, I think I recognize your logo. I think we spoke once, right? On my event, if I'm not mistaken. Would be cool if I recognize you from your logo here, but sup Tropy, thank you so much, man. I love the portfolio. Yeah, what did you make the website in? Paula was curious. Yeah, I like the website here. It's pretty creative. I think this is a PDF. Or no, wait, it's animated, so I'm not really sure. Pretty cool. Anyways, what I was saying, I'm not really sure if I have like feedback on this. Maybe the PDFs seem a little bit buggy, but then again, maybe you want to just change that to like a different page. But other than that, it's actually a pretty creative way of showcasing your work. Maybe get some like text once you hover over something to explain a little bit in short what the project is about. For me personally, for example, what I did was I tried to find a sentence that would make it sound engaging for my clients. For example, when I did the merchandise for Sunda Festival, it was actually sold out in 1 day. So what I do is like I say, Sunda Festival merchandise design that sold out in 1 day, or Seeing is Believing, launching a successful music label, Young Felix staggering live show visuals, or Joelle mind-bending psychedelic visuals. Stuff like that, maybe to add to a little bit. So before they click, they already know kind of like what project I'm gonna show or watch actually. But what I was saying, what I really like is that there's like a lot of people in the Dreadlabs community that are at a different level in their design career, and I like how I'm like in the middle of it. Like sometimes people in my DMs or in the comments, they kind of like try to claim that I'm like really, really good and stuff like that. But like seeing some of these portfolios, I'm like, I'm nowhere near how cool this work is, or you know. So that's actually really cool, and I really appreciate that about my community, or about our community, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's yeah, I remember. I made it in Webflow. Now you're just cool to start designing because of Dread. Yeah, one of my favorite things is like how Abel basically became way better at 3D and stuff than me, and also I'm actually gonna talk about this soon. I'm here in my local center of Tilburg. Sorry about like your website Surviv trap. I'm gonna get into it in a minute. But I'm gonna do this like I'm not sure if you're all familiar, but I'm gonna do this Pecha Kucha talk, which is basically like a short presentation, and I'm gonna do mine about Dreadlabs in like this theater in the city that I live in. And one of these slides actually will be about you, Abel, and that's because something that I'm really proud of within the Dreadlabs community, and something that I really, really appreciate, is how people came together on my platform and not necessarily through me, if that makes sense. Like, for example, I remember like a lot of people in the Discord became friends and started talking and stuff like that. And it's just really special to see how someone who was just starting out when I met him is now, I think you literally, the other day you posted that you worked for Nike, right? Like, how insane is that? Like, I'm nowhere near that level. I've never really done a commission that big before. So it's really sick that I can say that I know these people, and I don't know. I really, really appreciate it, man. Love you. So we got Surviv Trap here. So we're gonna click on the work first. I do like how minimalistic it is. I do like the logo as well. So we got some posters here. Is it just like, okay? Yeah, once you click on the work, you get zoomed in. Got some nice hip hop covers, which I like. Nice work here. I like the processing on this with like the weird half tone thing. So one thing maybe is show a little bit more process. Like if you click on this, maybe we can do. You could show off a little bit more of different versions or how you came to discover. But you do a lot of more stuff. You do also photography, I see, as well as personal work. Ooh, I like that. This is amazing. Really cool to see your process on this. I actually really like the colors of this work. Nice job. Wow. Are these like collages, digital collages, or is this like physical work? Damn, I really like this. Yeah, I would appreciate to see like a little bit of the process maybe. So yeah, a little bit about you. Based in Orlando, Florida. Actually, a really sick, how'd you say? A really sick portfolio in terms of like how many big clients you work for. Nice. Again, like what I was, like I said, like both. Oh, nice. Like this is again another person who's just like way beyond me in terms of skills and worked with a lot more bigger and cooler clients than I did. So super cool to see. Yeah, other than like showcasing the process a little bit more and the case study, I don't really have any feedback for you, man. Yeah, I really like it. We got Jordan O'Keefe. Let's see if there are any. We don't really have that many left. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is okay. So this isn't a Discord server as a portfolio, if I'm not mistaken. We got some PDF, Canva. Okay, we still got a couple of ones to go, so let's just continue. All right, so this is nice, a nice way of showing what it is that I'm looking at once you hover over it. So nice work, Jordan. Also a good use of mockups. Clean. Yeah, I like this. Maybe you want to fill up the whole screen with your work, or maybe like there's quite a lot of negative space. I'm not sure if that's intentional. But still, yeah, I really like how clean your yeah, I don't really have any other words for it than clean, I guess. Let's click on one of these case studies. It's worked pretty thoroughly, I guess, with the web shop here. Nice work. Would also really work for Heron Preston, I think. Nice magazine edit. Maybe add a little bit of text to talk a little bit about how this project came to be and what your process was. That's one thing I would add, I guess. And other than that, it's, I think, pretty okay. It's actually pretty nice work. You really also, it's really clear who this is for, if that makes sense. For example, if I would be for example, a fashion brand or a store or whatever, and I would want to have a lookbook done or something like that, then I would probably be at the right address looking at your portfolio. So nice work, Jordan. Then we got Lucas. Nice logo here. Also really cool. Ooh, another Dutch person. Then it's probably not Lucas, but Lucas, I think. We got some pretty professional portfolios up here. But yeah, we got Lucas here. This is nice, man. This looks really nice. I think this would also probably work really well in mobile, since it's like a lot of negative space here as well. It might just be because my screen is a little bit too broad. Maybe like if the screen would be a little bit smaller, yeah, then it starts filling up more of the screen. So it might just be my screen why this is not filling 100%. Same goes for Jordan's website that we just looked at earlier. We got some nice 3D renders here, a cool nice animation. What is it called again? Parallax scrolling, I think. Looks engaging. Most proud of. Maybe these website concepts and then shady. Let's just click on this. We actually live one town over. Yeah, neighbors. Oh, we got actually like a Dutch portfolio. Nice. You knew what you were getting into when you sent the portfolio to me, man. Nice work. I like the use of the 3D renders next to like this really clean text. So you do this already professionally, Lucas? I don't think we ever met before, right? But I think you're already like doing this from what your website looks like. At least it looks like you're doing this already full time, and you're a professional. Yeah, but still struggling to find clients. It's because you live in a cheap country, maybe, man. So, yeah, I'm kind of like struggling to find a lot of feedback for you, actually, man. Anyone in the chat has any feedback for Lucas? I like this really nice contrast color here. So you're struggling to find clients. The feedback is that he's pro. So maybe we can't really give you feedback on your portfolio website, but maybe like more on in terms of how to find clients, I guess. Maybe you're doing cold emails. Maybe we should do that like in another stream, perhaps. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, the portfolio looks really, really good. Then we got Roit. Hey, nice. Okay, first off, really, really clear aesthetic, which is really good. Really, really good. It's immediately clear that if this person if someone encounters one design of you and they click on your profile, they immediately know how that once they jump on your Instagram page in this case, they immediately can send you a DM because they want to work with you. I think it's that clear, and it's basically you're at that level where you can really show off different styles within a very clear aesthetic, which is really, really cool. I really, really love this. Is this mixed media or is it all digital? Yeah, effortless is making sense. Do you have a website as well, or relations, texture pack? I think this is what is this? Oh, these are different pages that you have, maybe. And the first thing you can do is send you an email. Maybe what I would do is put also a how'd you say, a form on your link tree that people can immediately enter in order to ask about a commission. Because it might be, it's like this, the way that this works. I'm not sure, people can disagree with me in the chat, but in my opinion, that's a little bit like the mail to link, I think, yeah. Is in my opinion a little bit outdated, because this opens your email app on your computer or your phone, and sometimes that's not what you use. So for example, if I don't really use Outlook on my computer here, and I click on that link, I open a program on my computer that I don't really want to open because I don't really use it. So maybe a form would work better, but yeah, people can disagree on me in the chat if that's the case. And it's also, this is all digital is really impressive. You're really good at working with textures. Yeah, this looks really, really cool. I gotta check you out, man. All right, so we got a viral, a dynamic design to the champion's inclusivity. Ooh, like the blur that stops blurring when we scroll. We specialize in transforming brands concept into creativity design experience. Nice. Keep scrolling. Recent work. Okay, there we got it. Some sick work. Minimalistic. I would maybe, yeah, I think this might just again be about like my screen, but it's a little bit small, so it might just be my screen again. I should probably make my website, buy a smaller screen or something. I don't know. I really, really like this, how like you get like something visual that's still like kind of minimalistic, so nice. Oh, so this is the top. Okay, so you go to work. Ooh, okay, so this is better. This is filling the screen. So once you click on it, you get like a proper case study, I think. Yeah, I could use a little bit more more content in there, but other than that, it looks really nice. Nice use of mock-ups, clean stuff. Yeah, work is really, really good. Yeah. Basically, the only feedback that I have on this portfolio is that I would like to see more of. Oh wait. So it's like animating, or. Oh, so it's based on scroll. Ah, okay. My bad. So once you scroll further down, you can actually see more of the process and stuff like that. So. I think that also like goes a little bit clearer if you just use a touchpad on a MacBook or you're scrolling on your phone. It's a little bit hard because I have to scroll multiple times in order to scroll to the next thing. That's basically the only feedback that I have. It's a nice portfolio again. I think way better than mine again. Need to up my game. So we got Buana. Nice logo. Got some cookies here that we can accept. Ooh, we got a video of some birds. Graphic designer, UX and UI designer, lettering artist based in France. Got some work here. Quite some different work, I think, or is it just like these two? Good use of a case study, a lot of in-depth case studies, nice work of showcasing what it is that you did. The only thing is maybe these two don't really fit like this, but it might just be you want to showcase like a lot of diversity. Otherwise, we talked a little bit about like how you only showcase the work that you want to do. But if this is all the work that you want to do and you really want to showcase off your diversity, then of course it's completely fine. What's up, Cancer? How you doing? Oh, no worries. Here we got another. Sorry, we got some input by Paula that I forgot to include, and that's sometimes the clients get turned off by black because they assume you're too expensive for them. Not sure if that's true. Not sure. But yeah, kind of curious about the birds as well. I do like the typography work on this. So yeah, people, I am going to take a little bit of a quick bathroom break. I'll be back in a second. And in the meantime, yeah, if you have any feedback on the website, let Buana know in chat, and yeah, make yourselves at home behind your computer and talking to the rest of the community, I guess, while I'm going for a pee. Alright, I'm back. Honestly, no particular reason for the birds other than I want to create half a nostalgic pretty vibe. Biggest struggle, having too much diversity, difficult to make it cohesive. That's okay. Of course you can... it's a good thing, I think. Maybe you can just... If you want to do all of these things, maybe just like... don't put them under this work part, but then just if you hover over work, you can do like UX, UI, or typography, and then once you click on those, you can really separate them, so you don't have them on the same page, so both the aesthetics don't ruin each other, I think. Yeah, hope you can do something with that, Buana. So we got Joel Brando working on changing the domain name. Oh, so yeah, we got a different domain name. Dude, you're handsome. Joel, graphic designer, enjoys merging. Nice. Also, it's kind of different that you show off yourself rather than your work in one go. Not sure if that's intentional or you didn't really think about that, but nice work on the 3D stuff. Also, I think these are GIFs or GIFs, depending on your culture. And those load a lot faster, I think, and you can have them loop, which is cool. The only downside that can be, not sure if you can really see it here, is that the quality goes away, but that's not really the case here. I'm just gonna hover over this and see if they're actually GIFs or GIFs or whatever. They are. Ooh, you gotta teach me how to export GIFs without losing a lot of quality, because I still do it with the old way with Photoshop, save for web legacy. But yeah, really cool work if you just learn more. Good case study, good product shots, your this is also a really important thing, especially if you do stuff on Behance where you have multiple people working on one group chat or one group project, or doing something within a team, or you're freelancing for an agency or whatever. Show off what your contribution is, especially if you do these really large projects and you it's a complete branding with a website, UX and UI, printing work, and like an app, and like this whole viral campaign and stuff like that. And people might think it's hard to believe that you've all worked on that by yourself. If that's the case, of course, kudos to you and you did a great job. But if you worked in a team, it's always polite to share what your contribution or your involvement in that project was. So good job here, Joel. Sorry, I forgot your name for a second. Yeah, I like how engaging these are, and also, like I said, these load in really quick. This is, I think, your personal work, I think, or ooh, a lot of cool stuff in here, man. A lot of diversity as well. So yeah, I think this is, let's see. So this is basically you exploring 2D stuff. So yeah, although it's like a lot of different work here, I think it doesn't really matter that the aesthetic is different, because you can showcase that it's all has the same theme, and that's 3D work. So that's a nice alternative if you don't want to. It's all really clear that you, even though there are different aesthetics, that you are very comfortable and skilled in 3D work. So that's a really good job. I don't really have that much to give you feedback on. Sorry, man. It's just really cool. Arda, we can do it. We do one today, but we might do another one in a couple of months. I'm not sure yet. And then we got Paula. I think I pronounced your name correctly, right? So we got some really nice. Okay, so we got some different works, but they're displayed in a way that I don't think that it doesn't really bother me that these are completely different projects, I think. So we got some video stuff here. Yeah, you might want to learn from Joelle how to do that GIF, or GIF. But yeah, it's some nice work. Some really cool shots here, some detail shots. So yeah, it's actually a good thing, but curious. Oh, you did the 3D design, modeling, and texturizing. Okay. So you're just really brief on it, but you still showed off what your involvement in this project was, which is really good. So you're also a 3D designer, Paula, I think. Amazing. Really cool product shots in here. I really love this. And also, of course, yeah, you can really see that all of these different like stuff from the rollout, yeah, it's just a really nice job. So you did all of this yourself, I think, as well. Amazing. So once you click on work, is that the same? Oh yeah, that's just the same as your page. Motion graphics video. You're also a really talented designer. Oh yeah, you got a behind the scenes area here. Nice. I like that. I'm not sure if you shared it on socials already, but that actually, like, I'm not gonna show it in this live stream because that would just be me resharing your content. But this would probably do really well if you share it on socials, because a lot of designers think they can benefit from this. Yeah, a lot of variation and also like a high quality here. So if you want to get in touch, send her a message. Nice work. So what again? Tame again here. Some nice mixed media stuff. Ah, yeah, I remember we talked a little bit about how you were into mixed media and working on it. And you can. Okay, this is what I really like about this, is that you can see the process that you're making or something like that. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but you start out with these collages, and as you like scroll up, you can really see that you've become better at working with texture and giving stuff an analog feel. And because of that, it's because of that, you show off that you're really growing as a designer, which is I think a good thing. So yeah, you can really see your evolution in this design, and I would only say continue working on this, and I think it might be time to get you started on your portfolio website. Yeah, like you said already, you're still working on it, I think. But yeah, nice work. You can really see this evolution in here, and I really appreciate that. So we got Arch here. Again, I said this in the beginning of the live stream already, but I just want to go over it one more time. Arch is currently struggling, trying to get out of his abusive household and continue with his education in America. And yeah, if you want to support them, go to their page. The link is in our Discord. It's also in the description down below in the live stream. And you can click on all of these links, and all of these links will support Arch in some way, shape, or form. So I would really appreciate it if you could make a donation, even if it's just a small one. And if you don't know Arch, Arch is an amazing 3D artist who does this really. Yeah, he worked already for like a lot of big clients. I think this one was for Nike. Yeah, basically all that's left for Arch basically is to start a portfolio website and let the clients roll in, because you're ready, man. You're completely ready. Sorry. I don't really have anything to add other than we need a portfolio website for this, man. So we got I'm kind of like iffy about clicking on this. That's just because like most of the Discord links that get sent are like spam. So this person, if you're in the chat, can you explain a little bit about like what this is, and then I can just show you, and then I can click on it later if that makes sense. We got Matias PDF here, which we can download. I hope it's not a virus. So we got it more. This is more of a capability deck, I think. But yeah, I like the design of this. It's loading a little bit slow, so I'm not really sure if it's like a really big project or not. Might be because it's ready to be printed. Well, of course, like I said, if you don't really want to do web design, it's completely fine to send portfolios like this to potential clients. One thing that I would recommend, however, is to make sure that this is uploaded on their website, so they don't have to download it themselves. Because if they want to download it themselves, they might be afraid that it's a virus or something like that. So if you want to do it like this, you can actually send Adobe links through InDesign, but you can also simply buy a domain name, for example, dreadlabs.net, and upload a PDF to your public HTML folder. If you do a hosting next to your domain name. And with that, you don't really have to build a website or something like that. You can just simply upload a PDF file, turn it into a nice link, and send it over. So this way, you don't really have to be scared that, or your potential clients don't have to be scared that they need to download something in order to check it out. I have a shop where I design clothing textures for GTA. That's my shop. For also my portfolio for graphic design. I have a portfolio channel that's included in all of my graphic design. Okay, let's just dive into that then. I'm gonna join your server. Check out my work. Right. Got some logo designs right here. It's probably the most creative way to to showcase a portfolio, which is yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. The thing is, with a portfolio like this, I don't really think there's anything wrong specifically with sharing your work on Discord as a portfolio or anything like that. But the thing is, with a portfolio, like we discussed in the stream so far, is you want to show the work that gets you more work, right? If you do logo designs, you show your logo designs. You're not going to show a restaurant menu or whatever. Not that you're doing that right here, but you're sending a lot of information in one go here, because like there's a lot of different work in here. And since I'm not saying that it's not selected, because it's obviously selected, because you don't really post in here that often. But maybe then you can delete like older work that doesn't really fit in with the rest anymore. That way, same goes with an Instagram feed, by the way. That way you can only share the work you're most proud of. And once I'm scrolling further and further away, at some point I'm here, like I'm in 2022, which is now like, if I only read the number 2022, that sounds like, oh, that's two years ago. Then immediately some potential clients can think, oh, maybe maybe like they don't really update their work anymore, or maybe they don't really have evolved as a designer anymore. So other than that, like it's a pretty cool creative way to show off your portfolio work. But I think that this is the portfolio. So everything I just said was completely useless. But yeah, depending on your options, of course, like if you get the most of your work through Discord, then I would probably say keep going at it. But yeah, it's always like if you want to do bigger clients, because I think most of it's now for in the gaming community. From what I'm told, that's not really the highest paying community, of course. But I would always consider getting a website just for the purposes of trying to get like more professional work that's higher paying, if that's your ambition, of course. Then what have we left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just delete this message. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. I'm gonna end it right after Bibski's or Bibo's portfolio. Otherwise, I'm gonna sit here all night. Maybe if there's more and more portfolios coming, and that way we can save some for if there's any new ones coming. We can save that for the next episode. So let's go to the Canva website of Tamme. And this is the portfolio that you used for your college, I think, right? That's a lot in here, but although I do like this, I think it's a better way to showcase the work. Since there's so much in here, I think this is more like a thesis or something. But I would probably also say like your Instagram would do just fine because it's more specific work on there. And then we got Robin's portfolio here. Also a nice someone who listened to Paula's advice with a white background instead of the black one. I like the animation. It's cool. Something in the background here. Visual designer, sign maker, and DJ. Also a that's cool. It's also like actually good to mention stuff like this, because that way you can see that someone is passionate about a certain niche. For example, I now assume that Robin here does a lot of projects in the electronic music scene. And it's a new documentary about New Kids Records. It's a little bit large, so it's a little bit hard to see what the actual work is, but it might just be my my screen again. But yeah, that's actually a really in-depth. I really like the coding on this. Like you can see the background in here again. There's a lot of creativity going on in the web design here, which is really nice. Overview of the project. What is it? When did you do it? And we get some progress stuff here. So that's a really nice website. Really solid, Robin. I actually don't really think that there's that much feedback that I can give you. So if anyone in the chat actually wants to, it's a really interactive design. So Arch, there's a couple of ways you can make your portfolio. If you have the Adobe subscription, what you can do is make one with Adobe Portfolio, and you can just simply link that to a professional website link, domain name. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. Then you have Samplies. I hear that Squarespace also works pretty well. Then Webflow also does pretty nicely. So, but I'm not sure if they're all like free or cheap or whatever. So next up we got justdorm.com from Justin Dormitzer, I think. Maybe I would have this on autoplay. So I think you're a motion designer, right? That's actually really cool. So you do animation and design. A little bit of a glitch there, but and then you can just okay. So this is the way. Nice. Also quite creative with the glows and stuff. Not really my personal taste, but it's still cool that you do something original in terms of like interaction on your website. For the design, maybe. Ooh, they change color when. Oh, that's actually really cool. I do like that. Maybe like if you click on it, you can have a little bit more of a case study about the work that you did. Same goes for this. Maybe like you make an image of the or a GIF or GIF of the work that you did, and then when you click on it, you can actually see the full video next to reading a case study and stuff like that. Other than that, nice. I think it's your motion design reel, so I just want to check that out real quick because I do really think that you're a great motion designer looking at this. Damn. Also a lot of variety. And that's what I like about motion design reels, because these can give you the opportunity to do a lot of different stuff in one animation. So you can see a lot of the variety of one motion designer in a simple one video, if that makes sense. Nice work. Yeah, actually really, really nice work. Then we got 3 more left. The Instagram page of Suer, I think. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. So we got a lot of we got some design work here. I think what needs to happen here is because if we this is you can actually scroll and see some variations of the process, which is nice. Not on every post, however. So what I would do is basically showcase a little bit more work. Since it's just 9 Instagram posts, I don't think that's enough for portfolio, because with Instagram posts you don't really are able to showcase a high in-depth case study of the work that you did. Other than that, I would say like post a little bit more and maybe go a little bit more in depth about your design process in order to take your potential clients deeper into your creative process and show them why they should work with you, I guess. Best of luck with that, man. Oh, I almost spilled water on my desk here. Then we got Joelle, Brando. Mostly curious what you think about my work. Then I'm just gonna. Oh, you're also from Amsterdam, so not sure if you're also Dutch, because your name doesn't really sound Dutch. Well, actually, Joelle can also be Dutch, I guess. Got some nice 3D work, a lot of variation here. I'm not sure how long ago this is. This is actually. I can see a lot of. I see a Dutch thing, so you're probably Dutch. So Joelle, I think I would like archive these posts because they don't really are in line with what you started posting recently. But yeah, the work itself is actually really sick. I like the typography here. This is actually really nice work. And you really posted this 2 minutes ago again as well. So that's nice. Nice. We got some in-depth stuff here. Same the same like setup, I guess, which is nice. Yeah, I really like this work. This is actually really nice. I would say I'm not sure if you already have like a website up and running, but yeah, will probably be time to add that to a website. Nice work. I also really like this. I'm not sure if it is, but this looks a little bit like a tutorial that I posted about monochrome, like grainy stuff. I hope I inspired you with that. Other than that, don't worry about it. Sorry. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the work. I'm actually gonna follow you. Then we got Bibo, I think. Oh, it's a different website as well. Art director and filmmaker. Not sure why there's like these scroll boxes around this text. I would probably delete that if that makes sense. If that's why, not sure. So we got some work here. Okay, nice interaction with the view button. Also works well. Also, like it's good that you like. Okay, so one thing that confused me a little bit is like this is your film work. I think this is your digital marketing work. This is your virtual staging work, email marketing work, and then here these are just clients. I think, or so I would either do a case studies about like different projects or sort them by what kind of projects they are. So maybe work on that a little bit more. Don't really have that much to say about the work itself. It looks clean. Also very in-depth case study, which is nice. Yeah, this is what I was talking about with Justin's portfolio. You just click on the picture first, and then you see all these videos, which is nice. So you don't really have to click on the video in one go, and you can just also read a little bit about like the case itself. Then we got Bruno. I actually promised that I wouldn't do this one, but since it's just one, I'm just gonna check it out real quick. So this is one is actually, I think this is one is made with Adobe Portfolio. So we got some moving stuff in here that's also really that's usually really engaging. Scaling a little bit up in a weird way, but that's again I think because of my portfolio or my screen. Sorry. So nice to see your work on the big screen. Shows off that you actually work with like proper clients. I'm actually gonna make my window a little bit smaller because I think it's ruining the experience a little bit. But yeah, this looks good. There's the play button here. So okay, it turns into a video once you click. Nice. It's actually really cool that you have a video of that. Good case study. Maybe a little bit more text added to stuff in between. And other than that, ooh, it's nice in depth. You've done a lot for this company, so which is nice. Good showcase your involvement. That's a nice way to start. Pictures take a little bit of time to load. Not sure why that is, but maybe like export them in a lower size. But other than that, yeah, nice work. Yeah, maybe add a little bit of text and a little bit more engaging with like just like all these images right below each other. Like as with my website, what I would do is this. Like for example, if you click on here, like you see there, like I could just also showcase all these images in one go, but what I did was I just did it in a different way. I think this one has more image-based stuff as well. Like for example, here's text and there's a picture on the right, and there's 3 pictures, then there's 2 pictures, and then there's some unused proposals, and then there's the video. So just to make your page a little bit more than just like a one long page with images. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than the nice work, the work is good as well. So, we're 90 minutes in, and we've done quite some portfolios. Really happy with like whatever it is that you guys all provided. There were some really sick portfolios in there. A lot of stuff that's like way above my level, so that's also really cool. It's really inspiring for me to see, and also it makes me really proud to say that you're a part of this community, which is really cool. Something that I really hope that happens is after this post, if you really want any further feedback on your work or on your portfolio or whatever, and you feel like you're stuck a little bit, don't hesitate to join our Discord server, ask for feedback, and help each other out, because that's what I really like for all of you, to provide value for each other and help each other grow as designers, because that's what we're all about here at Dreadlabs, of course. If you want to support Dreadlabs, and I'm going to talk a little bit about why I ask for your support. If if you want to support Dreadlabs itself, basically I do one video a week, and then every other week I do a one live stream or podcast episode. And writing all of those things down, like coming up with those ideas, writing the scripts, recording and editing the videos, it takes a lot of time. And I wouldn't have all of the time to do that for you guys and provide you with all the free content if it weren't for my Patreon page and my web shop. Basically, what's happening is I have all this time to do that because I'm not forced to get a day job because I get enough income out of Dreadlabs. But if I didn't have enough income out of Dreadlabs, then I would be forced to get a day job. And if I had a day job, I wouldn't have the time to provide you with all of this free content. So if you want to become a patron of mine, then you will support me on a monthly basis. That gives you access to all of the PSD and Illustrator and all of these project files that I worked on from my 500 videos on my channel so far. It will also give you an exclusive role in our Discord server. On top of that, you'll also get access to the past live streams that I've done where you can see my full work process as a designer. And if you go 1 tier up, you'll also get access to exclusive tutorials and an additional 100 project files from my Creatober series, where I made, like, for example, last year I did 30 H3 posters, and all of that stuff you can just download and add into your own work and learn from it. And if you just want to do a one-time support, what you can do is buy something from my web shop. That also helps me out a lot, of course. And if you don't have the money or the budget to support Dreadlabs, of course, it's completely fine, because leaving a like on all my videos, commenting on them, and subscribing to my channel and ringing that notification button, doing all of those things really help my channel boost in the algorithm. And of course, the larger Dreadlabs becomes, the more income I can get out of it. And the more income I can get out of it, the more free content you'll get. So, with all of that being said, one more time, if you want to support Archfiend, there's a link down in the description. I would really, really appreciate it if you could donate to him. And with all of that being said, I want to give you the best of luck with working on your portfolios. I hope you get enough dream clients, and hopefully see you guys in the next live stream. For now, this is Tom from Dreadlabs tuning out, and I hope you have a good weekend. Bye bye.